Hey y'all, it's Christy Cook from Teadoddles. Today is going to be a short and sweet, quick little update, and I'm going to announce the winners from my maker giveaway going on this month. So I don't have time to film a full podcast or edit a full podcast this week. I'm very busy sewing. So just a few quick updates, and then I will announce the winners, okay? The 100-day project starts on April 3rd, which is this coming Wednesday. We'll put a direct link to everything I talk about down below this time, so I won't be doing show notes today. It's a creative project. You pick something to do for 100 days in a row, and it's a big community of makers of all kinds, so you should check it out. If you want to see what I'm doing, you can look for the hashtag 100 Days of Teadoddles on Instagram, and to see everything that I'm doing. And you can see, I still have the pictures up from the last 2 years, so you can see what I did those last 2 years if you wanted to as well. So, that is coming up. In my Teadoddles Makers group on Facebook, tomorrow is April 1st, so I will be announcing the winner of the Amazon gift card for March. So if you have yet to put up your UFO or what you're working on for the month, a picture of it, go ahead and do that so you'll have a chance to win that. I do it every month. I'm hosting a finish along in there and on the blog this year, and it's to help you try to finish some of those UFOs and whips and things floating around that never seem to get done. My challenge for my dog, she's impatiently waiting for me to take her out, but I issue a challenge each month, and this coming month in April, my challenge is to use something from your special maker stash. As a maker, I'm sure we all have them. Some special precious yarn or fabrics that you are afraid to cut into or use up or other maker supplies, paints, you name it, whatever it is, because you're afraid you will use it up and mess it up. So I am challenging you to bring it out, take something out of that special stash and make something awesome with it, because it's really just kind of wasted if it just sits there and never gets used. So that is my challenge for April. Some people are panicking about that a wee little bit, but it's actually better to use those things than to just let them sit in a hideaway and only be appreciated on occasion you decide to take them out and squish them or pet them. So that's the challenge for April. Use some of that special stash and make something extra special with it. So next, I had talked about Southern Skeins before. She was my pick for March's yarn club of the month that I've been doing through Etsy and possibly other places now, since there's some places that aren't on Etsy. It's for indie dyed yarn clubs. I really enjoyed her club, and I've actually subscribed to it for the rest of the year because I enjoyed it so much. And I just wanted to let y'all know that you can still subscribe to it through her Etsy shop, but she has also put it into Crate Joy, which is a place you can go to find boxes of all kinds, monthly boxes. And if you go through Crate Joy, you get a discount on the box, like your first box. So something to think about and check out. I will put a link down below to that. It is an awesome club. Her yarn prices are awesome for hand-dyed yarn. And we've been talking. We talked a little bit in Messenger because I got some more of her yarn that I showed last week. And she kind of lives between Florida and Georgia. So we decided she was, what did we say, Florida Georgian? So, yeah, she's kind of local to me. She's still about 2 hours away from me. So, so just go check that out. It's an awesome club to get some hand-dyed yarn at a great price. So, next, I have been saying that I will do a video of my drive to work, because I kind of drive country back roads to work compared to what a lot of other people do when they drive to work. And I will be doing that. It's going to be about mid-April before the sun comes up at a time that I can film the whole trip, because I do live at 7 a.m. and it's getting lighter and lighter, but it's still not light enough for me to film that. Plus, I need to wash my car because it's very dirty, and I don't want you to be looking through mess on my windows while you're watching it. So that will be coming up, but it'll be later in the month of April before I can actually film that. So, and I'll do it as a separate upload, and kind of speed it up a little bit because it is a 45-minute drive. So that will be coming. Still, y'all, I know I turned my notifications down, so I'm terribly sorry about that ding. I turn it down every time before I start. I don't know why it's doing that. It won't happen again before I get done. So, okay, bags for the shop. I am working as fast as I can to get bags finished and then get them in the shop. I would like to get more finished before I upload any of them into the shop, so I have a bigger update. And have been some setbacks this week when I thought I was going to get to sew more, but I think my sewing mojo is finally coming back to me. And yeah, so that's still going to take me a little bit longer. I'm hoping by next weekend I will have a good upload. So that is still coming for those of you waiting for things, or those of you who've already talked to me about some things you would like you put in a kind of a special order for. So it is coming. Now, I did want to share a couple of new kind of bags that will be in the shop. Just some new things I've been toying around with. I do have some other designs I want to toy around with, as far as a crochet pouch or an organizer that could be for crochet hooks or color pencils or whatever you're trying to tote around and keep together. They could fit in your bag or whatever. I just haven't had a chance to finish finalizing that design, because I do design all the patterns for my bags. I don't use other people's patterns. It's my own patterns that I have laid out and worked out how the sizes I want for things. So the first one is a variation on my maker bag, which is a mid-size bag with a drawstring, a medium type bag. I didn't bring one over here. I don't have one. I actually don't have one I could show you, because I've sold all the ones I've made, and I have one, I think, in there that doesn't have a drawstring in it yet. But either way, I decided to do one. That one it has a lining fabric and an outside fabric. It has absolutely no interfacing or anything. It's just a slouchy drawstring bag. It does have a pocket across the side of it to put all your things in. So I decided to do a variation on it where I have a zipper top. So this is the same size as my maker bag without the extension for the drawstring. It has a zippered top. It does have a little ribbon handle. I am doing, come on, focus on it. There. I am doing the zipper ends like this, even though it's not focusing very well on it. There we go. So this will unzip, and it's different lining and the pockets like I do on everything. A little ribbon tab. Yeah, and this one does have, I opted to do batting, so it's still a soft bag. Just gives it a little bit more structure, and then I can quilt on it a little bit. So it will stand up on its own to a certain extent, but I would prefer, especially a bag this size, not to be too stiff, because if I wanted to store it, I can fold this fairly easily, even with the zipper in it, and store it. So that is a variation on my maker bag coming into the shop. This will be one in the shop. This has this pretty Katerina Rosella. I think that's how you say her name. This is one of her Wonderland prints, which I love. She is one of my favorite fabric designers. Her and Tula Pink, which Tula Pink is too pricey to put on bags and keep the prices that I have. So that usually is too, but I caught a good sale on it. But anyway, so the other thing that's coming up is something that I'm going to call Maker's Leftovers Tote, because I have tons of extra fabric that's always left over. I already do my Take a Notion pouches with the corners that I cut out. It's just a great way to make a little coordinating notions pouch with the corners that I cut out of the bag already. So, but that is a specific size. So what I'm doing is, sometimes I have little bit bigger fabrics, or these will always be different sizes. As you can see, these two are totally different sizes. And I did put batting in these. It's just a little zippered pouch. And y'all, I originally said these were llamas. These are actually alpacas. When I look back at the name of the fabric, it's called knitting alpacas. So, not actually llamas. Kind of hard to tell the difference on fabric, but I love. Let me get my big old face out of the way so maybe it'll focus on the cute llamas, or not llamas. There we go again. Alpacas. Why won't you focus? There we go. Look at her. The glasses and her little yarn balls in the hair. So cute. So this one just unzips. This one actually has a two-part lining in it. I thought that fabric kind of looked like knit stitches. So, and it's got polka dots. Got my label. So it's just a little zippy pouch that you can do whatever you want to. And I'll list the sizes of them when I list them, because there'll always be something different. There'll probably be some patchwork going on some of them when I sew pieces together. I also have this one ready, which is some leftovers from that ghastly sewing fabric I got from by Alexander Henry, which I love. So I already have some people reserve fabric for that. I may have to order some more. I don't know. This one I did put a little tab on the outside if you wanted to hang it on something or whatever. I just forgot to put one on that one. But this one has a metal zipper, and it has that kind of plaid shirting on the inside. So that is something that will be coming, and they will always be different. You'll never know what you see, because it's going to be Maker's Leftovers, right? So I can utilize some of that to make some more fun pouches and things. So those are 2 new designs coming into the shop, and whenever I finally get that uploaded, those are some that will be available. So Heffy Lou says for me to hurry. She's got to go potty. All right, so now I'm going to announce the winners of the kind of maker giveaway that I did this month. I did one for the first 3 weeks. I showed a different prize, and you had to answer a question in the comments if you wanted to be entered to win that prize. And then this is the last weekend of the month. We had 5 weekends. No, we had 5 Saturdays this month, didn't we? I missed the first Saturday. So either way, I did 3 And now I've picked the winners. I used the random comment picker, and I don't do that when I'm showing you because I usually ask a specific question for you to answer, and if it picks someone who didn't actually answer that question or who was just commenting and didn't want to be entered, I don't want that to just be popping up there. And occasionally, since I have 3, it would pick the same one, which you can only win one of them. So, all right. I had to pause for a second because my phone keeps making notifications even though I told it not to do that while I am recording. So, here we go. The winner of the first giveaway, which is from episode 18, that was the one with the yarn and the tote that I made, and I will be adding some stitch markers in there. I did not bring all that stuff over here, so you have to go back to the first video if you want to see what it was. But I have, out of 38 unique comments, it picked Lorraine F. You are the winner of the first prize from episode number 18. And I had asked what yarny thing you were working on, since it was a yarny type giveaway. She said this is paraphrasing her comment. She finished a crocheted blanket and she was trying to decide what to do next, which is always a hard thing to do, right? Because it's like so much to choose from. But Lorraine F, if you will email me your address, I will send that prize out to you as soon as possible. My email address is down below for everybody that I'm going to call out. And then now for the episode number 19 drawing, which is the second prize, that was a sewing giveaway. I had some fabrics and I had a little motor tin with some little things in it, and I'm going to special make take a notions pouch and a zip it pouch for the winner out of some of that sewing themed fabric, which I have not done yet, but I will get that done. That was a pretty good giveaway, and that was, the winner is Angela, the Crafty Fairy Godmother. I'd asked what you were doing, if you were sewing something new or if you were wanting to learn to sew or whatever. And she said she would like to learn to sew. Her husband does cosplay and she'd like to be able to make things for him. My son also is getting into cosplay. He's going to Dragon Con in Atlanta. I've made many costumes for him in the past already. So this one he's trying to do on his own. So we'll see how that goes. But congratulations to her. That was out of 22 unique comments. I don't know if I said that or not, but she also has a YouTube channel, y'all, so you can go check her out. And so now the winner of the third prize, which was a custom-made traveling maker bag that I showed last week. This one will be custom-made to what the person picked out of the fabric I showed them. And I may throw in some stitch markers or something in there, but that's a pretty good prize as well. That's one of my, I don't even have one of those in the shop yet, so that will be quite unique at this moment in time. Out of 31 unique comments, the winner was Sandra Tanner. And I had asked for this one what you were doing for spring break, or who even got a spring break. And she said no spring break, that she was too old and she had no kids or grandkids. You're never too old for things, Sandra. I would prefer, my ideal spring break would be to be sitting possibly in a cabin in North Georgia where it's hopefully nice and cool, and crocheting away while I watch my favorite podcasts or Netflix shows. That would be my ideal spring break. So, those are the winners. Hopefully everybody caught that. I will be putting the little thingies up here so you can see all of that. Congratulations to all of you. My email address is down below in the little description box. You can email me your addresses there, and then for the last winner, Sandra, I will be emailing you about what you want your bag to look like. So, yeah, that is all I have for y'all today. I have got to take my dog out and eat something because I'm very hungry. I'm hopeful that you didn't hear my stomach growling over this video. I'm sure you hear my dog snorting and sniffling because she is she is got to go. So I will be back next Saturday. Well, it may be Sunday. I'm trying to get back to being on Saturday instead of Sunday. It just hasn't worked out that way. So with a full regular podcast. So if you like this video, you can give it a thumbs up. It's just not a normal video, but think about subscribing and joining in my maker madness that I have going on. And yeah, and for those of you that do the Zoom chat, I have missed y'all greatly the past, what has it been, 3 weeks since I've done that? I have wanted to do it, and I thought I would get to do it this past Saturday, but I was in Walmart about that time. Yay, getting groceries, because that's when I could go. So, I'd much rather have been talking to y'all. So, I'm hoping to get to do that again this coming weekend, because I really enjoy doing it, talking to other people in the community, and it's just nice to have that. So yeah, I'm gonna let y'all go, so I've really got to get busy, and I will see y'all later. Bye.